People laughed at John. They said he was simple and weak, but years later, those same people respected him. Come with us to hear John's inspiring story. Before we start, if you like motivational stories, follow our channel now and turn on the bell so you don't miss our next videos. Once upon a time, in a busy city, a man sold salt to take care of his family. He had a wife and 2 sons, named John and James. John, the older son, was very shy. He didn't talk much. James, the younger son, was lively and friendly. People thought John was simple because he was shy. They sometimes used him, but John never complained. His father was upset about John's shyness and sometimes spoke to him harshly. This made him feel less confident. When John grew older, his shyness hurt his schoolwork. He was too scared to write answers in exams, and learning was hard for him. When John became a young man, his father asked him to help with the salt business. John agreed because he didn't want to disappoint his father, but he was nervous and made mistakes. This made his father angrier. One day, when his father was not at the shop, some tricky people came. They told John his father sent them to take the salt bags. John was too shy to ask questions, so he couldn't stop them. They took all the salt. When his father returned and saw the empty shop, he shouted, "You fool! You let them steal everything!" His father continued, "You caused a big loss. Get out and don't come back." John felt heartbroken. His father's anger, people's teasing, and his own feelings of failure made him sad. He went to a river and thought his life was useless. As he tried to jump into the river, a young man passing by saved him. John said angrily, "Why did you stop me? My life is useless. I never do anything right." The young man kindly said, "Life is a gift you get only once. If you stay alive, you can fix your mistakes and succeed." John shared his sadness. "I'm shy, I'm weak, my father hates me, I didn't study well, and people call me stupid." The young man smiled and said, "My teacher can help you. Come with me." John didn't want to go at first, but the young man convinced him. They went to a garden where a wise teacher was sitting under a tree, thinking quietly. John and the young man showed respect to the teacher. When John saw the teacher, he started to cry. The teacher asked, "Why are you crying, my son?" John said, "You are my last hope. If you don't help me, I will end my life." The teacher calmly asked John to tell his life story. John told him everything. The teacher said, "I have a solution, but first you must do what I say for 3 days." John, who had no hope, agreed. On the first day, the teacher said, "Go talk to 10 strangers, ask them about their lives, and write their answers." John was scared at first, but he did it. He even made some new friends. When he returned, he proudly told the teacher he succeeded. On the second day, the teacher said, "Today, teach 10 kids why water is important." John said, "I didn't study well. How can I teach?" The teacher said, "The kids don't know you feel uneducated. Just say what you know." John stood in front of the kids, nervously said 5 things about water, and ran away. But the teacher told him to try again. This time, John spoke with confidence and wasn't scared anymore. The teacher said, "See, you are braver than you think." On the third day, the teacher said, "Today, go to your father and say sorry." John was scared and said, "He won't forgive me. I can't face him." The teacher said, "If you don't go, I won't tell you the secret to success." John went home, scared. He apologized to his father and promised to prove himself. His father saw John's change. forgave him, and let him work in the shop again. When John returned to the teacher and asked, "What's the secret to success?" the teacher smiled and said, "You already found it. Your biggest enemy was fear. People see you the way you show yourself. Even if you feel weak inside, act with confidence. Then no one will doubt you. Real power comes from believing in yourself." John thanked the teacher and said, "I won't let fear control me anymore." Years later, John became a successful businessman. Everyone respected him. Confidence is not something you are born with. You build it yourself. Even the shyest people can be strong if they believe in themselves. Fear and doubt can stop you, but courage and effort can change everything. The world sees you the way you show yourself. Start with small steps. Believe in yourself, and you'll see how strong you are. Now it's your turn to share your story. In the comments, tell us, what's the biggest fear you faced? Or what step did you take that changed your life? We can't wait to hear your inspiring stories.